Hello, hello. Welcome back to day 2 of the Breakup with Breakouts challenge. At this point, you should have taken your Acne Trigger Finder Quiz. This is going to help you discover what your primary acne trigger is. This is the absolute first step in understanding how to get the root cause of what's contributing to your breakouts. So there's 4 acne triggers. We've got stress, hormones, gut imbalance, and even foods and supplements that can trigger acne. Now, if you'll remember from yesterday, it's not enough to just treat one of these areas, but we do need to take that comprehensive approach. So we want to consider what your primary acne trigger is, the one that you discovered from the quiz. But we also need to consider what I like to call secondary triggers. So you see, there's usually more than one thing that's triggering our acne. Often we see multiple triggers at play simultaneously. Later on, we're going to ask you some additional information, and this is going to help us to complete a personalized acne treatment plan. Either myself or one of my other clear skin coaches is going to create that for you. This is going to be a really nice starting point and a roadmap on everything we need to do in order to get clear. So talking about all of those pieces of the puzzle. So everything we'll talk about in this challenge together, and it's going to be personalized to you and your particular acne triggers and what type of acne you have. So please remember that at the root cause, acne is a genetic skin condition. So while these triggers are at play, it's not the cause of your acne per se. So oftentimes I'll hear clients say, oh, I have hormonal acne, or stress is causing my acne. And this isn't exactly true. So at the root cause, we have this genetic condition where our dead skin cells are building up inside of our pore. Then these triggers come along and that causes inflammation in the body and inflames those dead skin cells that are stuck in the pore. So this is why you might have a friend that might be in a state of hormonal disaster and have all of these imbalances, but they don't have acne because they don't have that genetic piece of the puzzle. So that is something that is so, so important to understand. So let's talk about hormonal imbalance triggers, because we see this a lot with our clients. So if this was your primary trigger, you're not alone. So let's kind of dive into this. So when we're seeing hormones at play, and that's triggering our acne, generally speaking, acne is associated with elevated levels of testosterone and lower levels of estrogen. So these 2 hormones work on a sort of seesaw effect. So maybe you're on a low dose birth control pill and it's lowering your estrogen and therefore elevating your testosterone, and boom, hormones is an acne trigger for you. Also, we can just have genetically higher testosterone. That's a very common thing we see as well. And we have hormonal fluctuations throughout life. It's not something that just occurs during puberty. That's a huge misconception. So if you saw hormones was your primary trigger, it's not uncommon to have that even into our adult years and later in life. Now, stress is also a very common trigger for acne. What's happening here is stress activates our adrenal glands to start pumping out different hormones when we're stressed. So it pumps out stress hormones such as cortisol, but also triggers more androgen hormones. And then that eventually results in inflamed acne breakouts when we have that acne prone skin, that genetic condition of acne. So this surge of hormones actually stimulates the sebaceous glands underneath the skin to just increase oil production. Then that triggers pre-acne that's already hanging out underneath the surface of the skin to then flare up to the surface, causing a visible breakout. Now, this flare up usually happens pretty quickly after we have a stressful event. So you can see something new pop up on the skin about 48 hours after you were stressed out. So gut health also has a direct correlation to the health of our skin, and acne in particular. So once our body has taken all of the nutrients it needs from our food, anything that's left over from that food is essentially just waste. Now, we want to move this waste through our system and completely eliminate it as a bowel movement within about a 12-hour window. This is really important because that waste is actually now toxic to the rest of our body. So if it's hanging out in our gut for more than 12 hours, it actually seeps back into our bloodstream. Our blood is what nourishes us. It nourishes our skin. It's where our hormones are carried. So we definitely do not want toxins seeping back into the mix there. Of course, diet is another piece of the puzzle. Maybe this was your primary trigger. Tomorrow's lesson will be dedicated to discussing all of the foods and supplements that might be triggering your acne, and they're probably not what you think. We'll see you tomorrow.